We should be going live. The music in my headphones is so loud. Okay, there we go. So I'm listening to is different than you guys. I'm gonna start this, make sure this video comes through. If you guys see anything, let me know. This has been acting weird for me recently. Ah, okay. Woo, video. Turn this down even more. It's so weird not hearing myself as clear. Okay, hello guys. Thank you for joining. I will be working on my birdfolk Kenku, dude. Also, look at this. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support on the Kickstarter. Again, this is my third time doing it. I don't know why I'm so surprised, but here I am, and I'm very, very surprised. So, thank you guys. It's freaking awesome. Hey, Marty. But yeah, so I've been working on my birdfolk. Quick update with the Kickstarter. The Angel has been unlocked. Here, I'll refresh because I think Ricky put in cute new graphics. Yep, Angel's been unlocked for the Cleric and the Birdfolk Bard. And we're super close to the Tabaxi Cleric, so that's probably going to happen too. I mean, the Catfolk Cleric. Also, I don't have the mic like in my mouth this time, so the audio should sound better. I don't know why I did that last time. So it was my first time using the headset, and I was like, oh, make sure you guys can hear me. So that was a mistake. Yeah, so let's get to it. Where did I put it? Super excited to work on this. And I have a really cool pose idea. Thank you to my people in the 550 Discord, because that was super helpful. I'm gonna like put her like 1 foot up like on a rock, and she's gonna be like aiming down her crossbow. I think Marty, you're the one who suggested doing lightsabers, which I mean, it's a great idea, but maybe not for this one. Okay. There we go. Yo, it's Terry. Hello. All right. I meant to look it up because I feel like ZBrush is so damn dark. Like, even for me looking at it, I feel like it's hard to see. So I'm going to make the background of my document like the same color without the gradient because it's a little easier to see. There, a little more pale. Okay. Move this a little bit. All right. Moon Man, you can't go wrong with lightsabers. I mean, you're not wrong, but maybe if not for this specific model. Okay, what was I doing? I just need to... She's not ready to pose quite yet. You can even call them glow sticks if it gets around copyright. No. There we go. I feel something is like rubbing and making like a scratching sound. I feel like you guys can't hear it, but I can. It's driving me nuts. Ah, it's this. Ha, I found it. Cool. It was this. I'm just like, what is that scratching sound? I don't think they can hear it, but I can hear it. It's driving me insane. Hey, Austin says, physics-defying light sword, TM. Trademarked. I read TM, and the first thing I thought was Pokemon, so I'm like, tentacle machine? I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, oh, wow. Sorry. Nerd flex. Alright, let's get started before I keep chatting with y'all. Alright. So, a lot of this is looking pretty good and pretty much done. I just need to get detail here. Let's just start from like the top down. So let's get this cloak looking good. Because right now I think it's completely hollow. Yep, there's no thickness. Or there is thickness. I hope display properties are on and there's no thickness. If not, that was quite the fuck up. And I just started the live stream too. Okay, good. So it is hollow. If you're part of my Learn to 3D models here and you're like, why does that matter? It's because I'm going to add panel loops to it, and I can't add panel loops to something that already has thickness. Here, so I'll show you guys what this is. So click panel loops, and then bam. Just like magic, there's now thickness. It's the coolest thing ever. And then I'll go to my Z modeler brush, and if I can, I want to extrude this to be a little bit thicker. I'm terrible with the Z modeler brush, so we'll see. Yeah, Mark says it does look dark. Yeah, I know, right? Here, I don't know. I feel like there's no way my screen brightness can affect y'all, but it's so dark. I might turn polypaint off for most of this so everyone can freaking see. All right, polygroup enter. I feel like this should work. Nothing's happening. Did something happen? Oh, it did. Okay. Cool. It's a little bit thicker. All right. That's cool. That's what I wanted. All right. I'm gonna go to the lighting. I think I can change like the ambient lighting, or maybe even the matte cap. Terry says, mine's showing how to do X-ray view again. You mean when it's like transparent and like magic? Go to transform and then transparency. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. I don't know, so I think like X-ray vision. All right, I'm also gonna change the matte cap. I do this really like, I think this MP Chav matte cap is super sexy and shows all the details really well, but it's hard as hell to see. All right, this is basic material. I mean, it looks cool, but it's even darker. My God. What matte cap white? I mean, it's brighter. Cool. That's exactly what Terry wanted. All right. Wonder. That's for rendering. You know, I'm gonna Google this really quick, just because like, it just never bothered me until last time. ZBrush too dark. Too expensive first came up. Let's see. Yeah, I just need viewport brightness. Oh, this is a LinkedIn learning class. Why you gotta be like that? I couldn't find X-ray in the menu. Okay, cool. So no one is helping anyone with this. It's not like a huge issue. It's just not my favorite. And usually it's not this dark. It's not because of the poly paint either. Let's see. Viewport, edit viewport light. I don't think that's for ZBrush though. Oh well. I looked around. I did effort. All right. I think if I turn off poly paint. Oh wow, now it's even darker. There we go. That's real bright. I think that looks good too. Let's see. Austin says there's a global ambient intensity slider somewhere. That sounds super helpful. If not, in the meantime, I hope this is easier for you guys to see. It's definitely easier for me to see. It's actually a pretty nice matte cap. I don't know why I literally never use this. Yeah, I like that actually. And my colors look good on it still too. I know what you're talking about though, Austin. This is a real thing. I'm sorry I'm doing this on the live stream. I just kind of jumped right into it. Background. No. We're learning together. Or more like I'm just struggling. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, Marty says much better. You know what? Cool. If Marty's happy, I'm happy. Because I would like if you guys could see what I'm doing. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Alright, let's get to this. It's a really pretty pastel color too. I like that. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to add thickness to all of these different pieces. So it's a little tricky because usually what I do is I just make them like super thick. They go like into the model. But stuff like a cloak, obviously, I'm going to move it around, so I need it just to look realistic. Yeah. So let's just work on getting the cloak part of one piece. Maybe I think we need more belts. I think we need more belts too. But like real talk, guys, where should I add more belts? Like honestly, like I do agree. Even if that was a joke, I don't care. I think belts on rogues, like more belts, more belts. This pocket looks terrible. I thought this looked good yesterday. Now that I'm looking at it now, I'm like, what was I thinking? I'm gonna smooth this out real quick while y'all think about where I should add more belts. Xander mentioned adding more belts like on the hips to make her look more feminine, and I do like that idea. I waved him off yesterday, but then I slept on it and I'm like, you know what? He was right. I just had to disagree initially because I'm disagreeable. Whoa. If you see me look over, it's him looking over at Ricky. He's working next to me. Hey Ricky, what you working on? Ooh. Let's see. How many belts can one person have? We're gonna find out. And Terry says, if doing a crossbow, maybe the leg band stuff full of crossbow bolts. That's awesome. That we're gonna do that. Xander, I'm always right. I just don't have anything to like be sassy with right now. It's too early in the live stream. Come back to me later and I'll be more rude. Not really a belt, but something. Yeah, no, I agree. Like something on the... Something here. Here-ish. Okay. Okay, I'm getting like way distracted. Let's finish this cloak. This is my move today, I guess. Alright, so if I divide this, it should round it out, and it did. I think that looks nice. So what's tricky with this is I really need to make sure that this edge here is like as thick as possible. Otherwise, this will be very problematic later on because it'll be like this really tiny, thin edge I have to support. So I think I'm just gonna make it thicker. Just inflate it and hope it doesn't look stupid. And if it does, I'll use a pinch brush. It looks like a little stupid, so that should be easy to fix. There we go. Let's see, Austin says, I remember seeing some fancy illustrations where the characters essentially had parts made of belts. I think it's something from Pathfinder, but I don't remember for sure. That reminds me of yesterday when people were like, make the entire like hood out of belts. Maybe a leg bag. I think that'd be a good idea too. Because that's the thing with like rogues is they carry a bunch of shit on them, and especially Kenkus or like little pack rats. They're so cute. I love Kenkus. I'm getting a phone call. I don't recognize you. Oh, it's probably the blood center. Please stop calling me. Donated blood like twice, and now they're out for me, guys. I did it a lot in college because it was just on my way to class, and I'm like, alright, sure, take my blood. And now I'm like, I have to leave the house for that. I know it's important, but now you're asking a lot. Yeah, I think a leg bag or something with bolts, like to what Terry was mentioning, is a really good idea. Yeah. I'm gonna fix this edge a little bit more. Inflate this a bunch. That's before, it's after. I kind of like it. Hey, Rebecca's here. Hello. Alright, just trying to get this edge better so it's not such a nightmare to 3D print, because that would be a bummer. It's almost like that's the point of why I'm making this or something. I feel like she needs like gems or something. Texas gotta run out for a bit. I'll try and catch you and have fun. Yeah, later. Thanks for joining. Alright. Okay, so my smooth brush is way too strong and it's making this difficult. There we go. You know, up until recently, I've always had that smooth brush on max. It's like changed my whole world now that I've changed that finally. All right, this is looking really good. Let's get this all merged together. But I want to make sure that these pieces stand out like really clearly. Because if the edges on this aren't really clear, then they're not going to paint well. And it's like, then there wasn't a point for me doing this. So I'm going with Damn Standard and Alt to bring up that edge as much as possible. And like always, if you're watching and you're trying to learn ZBrush or just 3D modeling in general, like feel free to ask questions. I may or may not answer them depending on how complicated the question is. Yeah, I like these ones on the inside being a little bit thinner. The ones on the back look pretty good just the way they are. Whenever you're using a pinch brush, be really careful that it's not bringing it up off your object, because that tends to happen. Yeah, it looks nice. I should probably make that actually connect to the shoulder pads. There we go. Xander, I feel like it needs more belts. I know, I'm working on this first though. But yeah, no, I do agree. I'm happy with this. Let's make sure that lines up. No gaps. Alright, looks like we're looking good. Let's start merging all this together and finally get less subtools. I'm not totally sure how I want to put this. You know, I'll worry about messing with that later. Let's merge all together and it'll be easier for me to adjust the shape of this. Alright, let's do it with poly paint on, because occasionally when I do stuff without poly paint on, it will get rid of it entirely, which has always been annoying. I'm also going to go through and make sure all these belts are polygrouped to themselves. Occasionally they make like dumb polygroups in the back of them, and it just makes my life hard. Where's my merge down? There we go. Always okay, because if I screw up, I can just mask my polygroups and split them. Okay, this should be one piece now. Woo, it is. Awesome. Now let's make this look cooler. Austin said I've got a fever and my prescription is more cowbelts. And it just reminds you, it's obviously the SNL's get more cowbell. The worst. Didn't form it right. It's supposed to be strike through the cow. That would have been better. That's okay. I still got it. That's kind of cool. I like that. I mean, I really shouldn't even worry about this too much, because when I go to pose this, it's going to have a whole different shape anyway. I just like some sort of ornate pattern right there. I think it's cool. Oh yeah, I never did anything with the border around the hood. Definitely want to pull that down. Looks better. Still need cat ears in the cow. No. It's gonna make this so confusing. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about adjusting that shape just yet, because I'm going to merge the pieces first. There it is. Where is the entire hood? I don't know how these pieces got so far apart, but oh well. Alright, let's merge those down, and now I can adjust this hood shape. Now that the trim is actually attached, I can kind of pose the hood more and make sure it's not just like glued to her head, because that looks kind of weird. Alright, I'm also going to adjust this trim and push it closer to her, the edge of that trim. I can just smooth it out. Actually, it works just fine. Make my smooth brush a little bit stronger. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, that looks super cool. I love it. I really want to add like fabric creases to it and stuff, but I don't know how she's going to be posed, so if I do that, I'm probably going to have to just undo whatever I did. This is just me convincing myself to not do it because I really want to. I will do it later when it makes more sense. Okay. Your guys' comments are cracking me up. Okay. Let's see. On the belt topic, maybe a bandolier that wasn't mentioned already. Yeah, that'd be cool. That could be really cool. I don't know if that'd be mostly hidden though, because I have this big old like cape thing. Assuming I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I know what a bandolier is. Now I'm doubting myself. I think it goes across their chest, right? Yeah, it does. I kind of made one actually. Cool, that is what I thought I was talking about. It's this piece right here. But like, again, then I was like, oh, that was dumb because it's like mostly hidden. I don't know, I put so much time into making that piece. So I'm probably actually gonna delete that, we'll see. Oh, I forgot, I wasn't looking at her sexy eyes. Ah, that hurts, but it's funny and it's very, very, very true. Yeah, I do think overall looks somewhat feminine, but it doesn't come across as clearly as my other models. Like, I'm really happy with my, ooh, monies. My catfolk. I feel like that totally looks more feminine. I'm really happy with this model, but I've already done male tabaxis before, and like, he looks super buff and like, dude, like, same with the Dragonborn. Like, my male Dragonborn looks super masculine, but I've never done like a male Kenku. I mean, they all look the same kind of. This one's a little harder for me to do. Like, even the eagle folk wasn't that hard because like I feel like she looks, I mean, she's also in a skirt, but this looks super feminine for sure. The skirt and just like the contours of the body and stuff. This one, not so much. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna exaggerate the hips more, and she's smaller framed overall, so the body I'm happy with. But yeah, I'm gonna need to work on making this a little more feminine. Your next Kickstarter should be modestly dressed males. Boo, there's plenty of that already. I think you're kidding, but like... Okay, let's make these little shoulder pad things more interesting. Where are they? There they are. I don't know if I even need them. Well, now that I don't have these straps connecting, I guess I do, huh? No, I think it looks better. It gives more form to the design. Let's see what it looks like when I divide them. That actually looks really nice. Yay. Alright, I need to shape these a bit more, so I'm going to make sure I don't have massive polygrips on, and I'm going to like pinch them at the ends. Kenku or hard without going into the tropes? I so agree. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I had someone on my Kickstarter that was all confused why I was focusing on like races that are harder to tell if they're female or not, and I'm like, sounds like you play as male characters all the time. Because it sounds silly, but like there is a difference to having like a more feminine tabaxi or not. It's just nice to have that option, which is the whole point of me doing this Kickstarter. There are a lot of female humans and elves out there. I did elves anyway in this Kickstarter just because they're so much fun to model, and I don't think anyone can get enough of them anyway. And it was hard for me to find elven sorceresses that weren't like super skanked out. Which again, I find fun, but I would like if that wasn't my only option. Okay, so I made it fit more, but now I don't like the shape as much because I wasn't looking at that. Yeah, Control Z. It looked better when they were smaller. So I'll make them even smaller. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing with this. You go with a pinch brush and kind of just make these more pinched. There we go. definitely need to go through and make sure that I make that one solid piece. Let's see if I can do that now with the Z modeler brush. Be a little trickier because I subdivided this, but it should work just fine still. Polygroup enter. Woo, it worked. Yay. Let's see, Ryan said more maybe feather-like. Yeah, I think you're talking about the shoulder pads I'm doing, but yeah, it's kind of what I'm trying to do, I think. Alright, that has a rough edge on it, but I am glad that that's laying flat now. Oops. Oh yeah, let's not have the Z modeler brush turned on. Are those polygroups like fused together? What is this? Here. And everything I'm doing right now, these are purely just steps to make it 3D printable. If you are just doing a normal 3D model, you don't have to worry about making sure stuff like this connects and whatnot. And yeah, there was definitely a better way to do this. I just forgot that I was going to need to make these touch, so I'm doing it now. I do like the slope on that. I think that looks nice. Looking great. Thank you. Scott says, in your opinion, what's the best free alternative to ZBrush? I think there's only one, and that'd be Blender, because Sculptress is just not even a contender. There's just nothing you can really do in it. At least not efficiently. I mean, you can make stuff in it, obviously, but like you're gonna do a lot of unnecessary work. But yeah, as far as free, I think that's literally the only one. I mean, also it depends on what you're trying to make, obviously. If you're just doing like really simple stuff, Tinkercad will get you pretty far. That one's cool because it's browser based too, so you don't even have to download anything. Okay, I can see ZBrush is being weird, and I'm just like nervous. I'm like, please don't crash. Do not. Just not gonna touch it for a second. Scott says, another newbie question. Ask away. Where does Mesh Mixer fit in? Mesh Mixer is just not even a sculpting program. Like, they say you can sculpt in it, but like, oh my gosh. Save yourself the trouble, just don't even worry about it. Mesh Mixer, for me, I use it for fixing mesh errors really quickly and scaling my models. ZBrush, what are you doing? Calm down. Ah, that's what you're doing. What is happening? I can't click. I can't control Z. Oh, ZBrush, you're being a turd. I'm gonna just squish you. I don't know what the issue is. Next time you model something for me, you need to stream it so I can bully you in real time. Sounds great. I don't even know what the hell ZBrush is doing right now, but it's not reacting to any of my pen input. It's just being dumb. Something on the screen, maybe because this is a touch screen too, so it might just think that I'm touching something when I'm not. Okay. If not, I'll just close the program, reopen it. I don't even know why I'm surprised. This is standard ZBrush behavior. Ooh, ha, there. I was able to fix it. I just tried to zoom in and that was like, oh, okay, you want to use the program? Here. Let me just work like a normal program. Scott says, thanks for letting us peek over your shoulder as you create your art. Yeah, of course. I used to be super weird about it. I hated people watching me work. And then eventually I was like, you know what? If I just do it a lot, maybe I'll stop caring. And sure enough, I find this really fun. Live streaming is one of my favorite things about my job, actually. If I can really call this that job, but it's a job. I do it for money and because I love every second of it. This is looking better, but I'm still not 100% happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it though. There we go. More of a triangle shape makes more sense because, you know, gravity. It's a thing. After spending an eternity on those little shoulder pads, I am happy with them. So I'm going to save this. Let's see. Are you still listening to cello music? No, I'm actually listening to like the same thing you guys are pretty much. I just have my like epidemic stuff. I made a little playlist. But yeah, usually I am. I actually don't like what's playing right now. I think you guys are listening to Catch the Waves, what I have like just going on in the background for y'all. You know, now that you mentioned that, I'm actually not super enjoying listening to this, so I am going to put my cello music on. Thank you. I have it bookmarked even. I love this stuff. Yeah. Oh, I don't like this ad though. Oh, this is happening. There we go. Yay. This is my jam, guys. The first song is like classical, and I'm just like head bobbing. Let's see. Do you do a fill in the hood solid out for 3 print? Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Walker's here. What up? Okay, I can merge these little dudes down. Yeah, I'll make him one polygroup too, because I'm not gonna do a whole lot more with them. Though I am curious, sometimes when in doubt, I just keep duplicating it and like layering stuff and it looks cool. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know if it's gonna work for you because then there'll be a layer of 4, which I think might look a little dumb. Like, I'm intrigued by the shape. I don't know if it's a good thing though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that better or worse? This is like the before. Here, I know how to do this. There. So now I can like toggle between like before and after. So with it or without it. I kind of like it with, honestly. But I always like things layered up. Okay, I'm back. Just had to like cough out of my mic. All right. Oh, Kat's here too. Oh, it's officially a party. Kenko's looking great. Mia, how's everyone's evening? I really get a spellcaster vibe from that chest. Yeah, like I know, but I couldn't help it. I feel like when she has a crossbow, she'll look like a rogue. I mean, she looks like a rogue overall still, but like you're right. I just like that. Whatever. Turn to WoW rogue. No, maybe it's an arcane trickster. Ooh, I like that. That goes back to rogue thing again. So I'll say that was intentional. Let's see. Do. But yeah, no one directly told me whether or not they liked these or not, so I'm gonna put them on because I like them. I think they look cool. So yeah, it's these little shoulder pad things I'm adding. So this is the with it and this is without it. I think it looks cool. Since I'm doing that though, I need to like pull this part down or something. Oh boy. I didn't polygroup it. Well, I did, but like I undid it when I made I duplicated it. I didn't know I was gonna do this. Oh no. Can I just inflate it? Here, this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna mask a triangle and I'm just gonna pull it straight down. So that way there's no gap for when I 3D print it. Boom. Brute force solution. Not the most elegant, but it works. There. Yeah. Just don't look it up close, it looks great. Hey, Kat answered. She's like, I like layers too. Right? I think it looks nice. Usually I don't do 4 like this, but I end up really liking it. Let's see. Brian says maybe make the bottom ones bigger. Ooh, I could see that. Let's try it. Did I polygroup these damn things? I might not be able to do it. Oh, nope, I can't. Okay. Well. Looks like this is just what we're left with. I can like try it. Here we go. Yeah, I do like that. It's a subtle difference, but I'm gonna do that. I wish that I kept these different objects. I just forgot because I didn't intend to do this. So yeah. Just making him a tiny bit bigger, I think, helps a lot. I mean, it looked good before too, but... There we go. I'm gonna leave these alone. Let's see. Bruno says, hey, what up? And then Aarakocra, nope, because there's no wings. This is a Kenku. I give it a big old beak for that reason too. Ryan says, it's like a pop color. You can't stop. Oh my god, that's the best thing someone has said about this model so far. That's the best. I love that. And then Scott says, what kind of printer do you use? I use a lot. I have an Ender 5, I have 3 Anycubic photons, and I have an Lego Mars. I use the photons the most though. They're the most reliable. Kat says, I tend to make my layered shoulder pads scale in size and rotate, more point upwards, like a set of flower petals. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds nice. I'm gonna like just put a spiral brush on this just to see what it looks like because I'm feeling fancy. Oh my god, that's cool. That was unintentional and not gonna print well at all, but I just liked what that did. Every now and again when I'm having trouble like falling in love with like a part of my design, I just put a spiral brush on it and it makes it look cool usually. Like, I feel like this would be cool. That's cool. If these stretch down more. Wow, I've been spending so much damn time on these shoulder pads. I can't help it. I love shoulder pads. I put them on everything. Trying not to, but it's like my crutch. They're my favorite. That's so cool. That looks way more interesting. The way they kind of collapse right here, though, I don't think looks super good. But when I pose her, it's going to make a lot more sense. Okay. This officially looks more interesting. Much, much happier with these. Heck yeah. Alright, I'm just skimming through this. Okay. Spiral brushes pixie dust for sculpts. Totally. Then Xander mentioned to look something up, and I'm like, I don't want to. Bruno says it seemed a bit big for a Kenku, TBH. No, I just disagree with you. So the beak is the biggest thing with Kenku, what makes them look like what they are. So, yeah. I just disagree. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to do? I'm going to round out the cape, that's for sure. What do I want to... Also want to do with this? A lot happier with the hood and cloak. I think that looks really cool. Let me make sure they're all one piece because I have a mess of subtools. So I'm trying to like simplify and finish off pieces right now. There we go. So that's all one piece and I think that looks super sexy. I am very happy with that. Yeah, that's cool. Super happy with that. At some point I have to do the tail feathers too, but since I gave her a cloak, you can't see them right now. So once I pose her, I'll probably do those. And make them all like wedge shaped like a raven. Looks way too much like a mage. I don't need your feedback unless I ask for it. And no, I disagree. It's gonna look like a rogue for sure when she has her crossbow and stuff. Let's see. What else I want to add to this? Oh, I need to style the darts on her forearms as well. Oh, I need to do the little bags too. There's a lot I need to do with this still. Let's see. Let's see. Now I know I'm liking the shoulder pads. They remind me of feathers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Mages can have crossbows as well. Xander, Boo, I know we know each other. We're cool with each other. This model isn't done. If you give me more feedback, I'm going to ignore you. You're being annoying. But okay. What else do I want to do with this? I know I want to add some belts on the pants too, because I was thinking of doing the bolts like what Terry mentioned. That'd be pretty sick. So let me block out something right here too. I want to make sure I do it only on one side of it though. Asymmetrical stuff is always really cool. But yeah, that's like the #1 way to piss off an artist. Don't give us too much feedback if we're working on something publicly. Trust me, unless we're asking, we don't want it. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay. I know I did this on my tabaxi too, so I don't want them to look too similar. But I think the cloak and stuff will help make these look really different. I'm also excited to start concepting out the crossbow too. I think I want this to fit more like this. Yeah, it looks better. And then I'll just unmask the other side. Let's see. Bria says it'll be crossbow only or could have swords, daggers. Yeah, totally. There's going to be darts right here. And then I'm also going to have probably a few daggers on her hips. And then probably some more bolts and stuff right here. These bottles I imagine to be poison of some sort. And then the crossbow. She's going to be loaded up pretty much, like how rogues are. Let's see. I need this to be a little bit lower. Because these pants are so like fluffy, I'm having a hard time separating them. Let's see. I might end up just adding this after she's posed because it's kind of becoming a pain. So I'm going to do that later actually. But in the meantime, I know I did want to add some sort of like bag to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to detail one of these little pouches and then I'll probably add a bunch throughout this model. Walker says, hey Mia, guess what? I only used free supports on one of your models today instead of a million. Oh, I'm so proud of you. And then Austin says, was it stitching a brush or by hand? It was with a brush because, oh my gosh. I mean, you can do it by hand. If you were all wondering. This is the brush that I have. Where is it? There, that's the brush I have. And if you want to do that by hand, what I recommend the most would be to, one, not do it by hand. And to just, you can just create a small section of it, essentially. And then what you can do is you can make this your own alpha and you can create your own brush. So like that's pretty much how I would do it if I had to do it by hand and just do that all the way down. Obviously, did not look as good as the brush, but you get the point. Emily says hi. Oh, cool. Hello to Emily. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, right. I was going to detail one of those little bags. What I love about rogues is like you just keep putting more stuff on them. More belts, more weapons, more things. Especially for a Kenku. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to do this in symmetry. Squish it a little bit. Go away, windows. And adding a pouch of some sort. Since I'll be adding so many little pouches for her, I'm probably going to do a couple. That way it's not just the same one copy and paste. I don't mind doing that for other models because they'll only have like 3 or 4 pouches on them, but she'll probably end up having a lot more than that. By probably mean definitely. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and extract this and do its own piece. Bruno says good. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. This is why I'm so snotty to Xander, because I just hate people that like put a bunch of feedback into stuff, and I'm like, I'm literally working on this live. Calm down. That's the biggest thing. I know like everyone's a critic, it's totally fine having opinions, but unless an artist asks you, do not give unsolicited feedback. It just comes across as super obnoxious. Giving like tips like, hey, how about like a dagger, stuff like that, that's totally fine. But like, just be careful with that, because trust me, even if the artist doesn't look annoyed, you're driving them nuts. I guarantee it. A lot of them like end up just not caring after a while because like it's what they do as a job. I'm pretty much at that point. I'm just a lot more vocal about it. Especially because Xander and I are cool. We've done commissions before together. He knows that I'm going to let him know if he's getting on my nerves. Okay. Alright. I think I might add even little like belts and cute little straps to the pouches as well. We'll see. I have an IMM brush that I would like to add to this. Bruno, yes, chill. It's a work in progress. Thank you. Bless. But if you want to see me be a sassy jerk, I mean, it takes nothing. It's just, it's how I am. Alright. Brushes. These are the ones that I either bought or downloaded. I have my ZBrush default library because I have so many right here. Oh my lord. Xander, you're being so snotty right now. That's okay. You're just in a mood. Mood man. Belt time? I agree. Straps to hold down the straps to hold down belt. Yeah, I like it. And Xander, you need a Snickers. You're cranky today. Alright. That's probably a little too cutesy for this, but I do like it. Maybe I just thought it was so cute because it was in pink. What other little belts, or not belts, brushes do I have? These are all the default ones for ZBrush, by the way. I've copied them into here because if they're all of my default brush palette, it makes a palette like this big and it's super hard to find stuff. Okay, let's do... I think there's an IMM clothing one, but I thought that one didn't want to load for some reason. Oh, it did load. Oh, and there's buckles in this. Oh my gosh, buckles. How did I forget about buckles? Heck yeah. I'm going to add so many freaking buckles to this, guys. Okay. I do like this one. It's kind of layered, but that's why I'm kind of worried about it because I don't want that to be hard to print. There, it just inflated a bunch. So with 3D printing, like you don't want these tiny little edges like that because you're not going to see them first off, and it just, if you can, like you have to support them or something, and you don't want to do that to people that are trying to print your stuff. Especially since I print my own stuff, I'm like super picky because that means I have to deal with it too. Okay. That looks good. Xander, I think you're missing the point here. So like, literally, I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you I don't want your feedback. It's so rude. It's not done, Xander. Go away. Okay. I think I like this. I want it to look like it's more full though. So I'm going to add more stuff right here. There we go. I like that. And then what's really awesome is when you have no thickness on your meshes like this, you can go through with a frame mesh brush and add a little belt like really easily, which is my favorite thing to do. You can also do that with a zine modeler brush too. I do that sometimes. I do that more with armor though. Otherwise, I like my trim being a separate piece because it's easier for me to bend it and adjust it to where I'm fitting it to her on the mesh. Am I trying to like model and talk and I'm totally getting distracted? There we go. Yes. For some reason this required a lot of my focus. I don't know why. Nice pouch. Thank you. It's going to be extra cute. I'm going to put a bunch of like wrinkles in it so it looks like it's really full. I think I'm going to do some that have just like a big old belt around them too, and then like a buckle on it too. So we'll see. It's going to be awesome. All right. I like this. Let's go ahead and divide this a few times. Make that a rounder edge. A little too round. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna do it once and then I'll probably dynamesh it. Nah, I'll just leave it the way it is. I like it. Austin says, I'm amused by the idea of instead of tons of pouches, fancy cargo pants. Oh, I like that too. Hey, Ben's here. Hello. I appreciate that your little like avatar is a cat with a tie. That's wonderful. Okay, so I need to add some panel loops to this. I need to add a lot more than that. So my little like thickness slider is hidden because I'm live streaming. I need to have like a custom UI for my live stream because like obviously I have the chatter here so it squishes my screen just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna make a little one just for my live streams. Edge loop, thickness, there we go. And then I don't think there's anything else over there. I think that's all I need. There we go. Let's kind of scroll that up. Let's see what this looks like. Really, really thick, which is good. It's what I want. Gonna inflate this a bunch and then make it smaller because I just want to make sure that there's no, see like how before like there's these like small gaps and stuff? You don't want that for your model. I'm not gonna worry about the back of it looking that good because that's not gonna be showing. I've made so many of these little pouches. You would think that I have like a library full of them, but I just forget to keep them. I will export this as a separate object if I remember. There we go. That looks nice. And let's add some wrinkles to this. All right, Bruna says, by the way, I'll probably try the spooky painting contest to test myself. You should, that'd be awesome. No, I think it's always fun to see people who don't paint a lot that try contests like that because you see like different color schemes you might never usually see. Because I think professionals or people that just do it all the time, they kind of find like color schemes that work for them and they're safe. So it's always kind of cool to see people that don't do it a whole lot come to the table with something new. This is why I love fabric brushes. That looks so good, so quickly. Let's see, I have a question. Austin says, is there any sort or autofill option, like stick fillets everywhere, a gap smaller than X goes deeper than Y? Man, you just saying that makes me like wish it, like I hope you're a programmer and you should get hired with Pixel Logic and that'd be amazing. ZBrush doesn't have anything like that. They do have stuff like close holes, for example, and you can specify a meaningless slider from like 1 to 3 that's just like a scale of like how much you want. That's about it. So no, the answer is no, but what you suggested is fantastic. It makes me think that you work somewhere with like AutoCAD and stuff because that was a very SolidWorks question, which I like. Okay, this bag is dumb cute. I'm gonna add a slight wrinkle to the top. Let's see, I was probably just gonna dynamesh it. Increase it a little more. There we go. Very good. All right. Probably don't need to Dynamesh this, so I'll just leave it alone. But I will divide it a few times so it doesn't lose shape later on when I Dynamesh this all together. There we go. Very fancy little pouch. All right, let's merge all these little pieces together. I can keep the poly groups separate because I might want to edit these later on. Awesome. I like it. Okay. So I know I want to do more of these, so I'm just gonna duplicate this and move it straight down, having both of them visible, and then I just want to do one that's like similar, but a bit different. So I'm just gonna smooth that away. Let's see, and you get to see the new UA subclasses. Not sure what you're talking about. UA, I don't know what that means. Otherwise I would answer. Let's see. I'll do probably a thinner belt for this one. I'll change the shape to be a little more square. And then adding a different close for it. Unearth Arcana. Okay, then I definitely have not seen that. Let's see, split mask points. Oh, that's another one I need for my little custom UI here. Throw that up here. Bam. Let's see what this looks like when I divide it. Oh yeah, it rounds out really nicely. Oh, that's cool. Walker, go figure you've seen it. Dork. I need to look into it. It sounds really cool. Let's see. Clockwork Sorceress. That sounds interesting. Love Cleric. My favorite non-edgy cleric. That sounds so cool. Bruno says, I'm pretty new at painting, and when I was younger I hated to paint, but now I feel like painting minis plus terrain so soothing. I love it as a hobby. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I did it more, but it just takes so long. Let's see. I like this overall, but I want to add some sort of detail work to it to make it look more unique than the other one I just did. These are probably too small to matter, so I won't worry about that too much. I like this big curve here because that's definitely a big enough difference to show up on a print. Okay, that's my second pouch. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this one more time. And then this one, I will probably do that little belt thing I was talking about earlier. let's do a curve strap brush and see what this does. It's doing a loop, just not the way I was hoping it would. No ZBrush. What is that? I mean, it's kind of cool. Let's see. Ben says, hey, I'm looking at getting an FDM printer and resin printer later on. Any advice what printer I should get? Yeah, super good questions. Just off the top of my head, I'd recommend an Ender 5 for FDM, and I would suggest an Cubic Photon for resin. The Lego are really awesome too. That's really an option. I've just had more problems with my Lego personally. I have 3 photons, and they have been nothing but good to me. But the Legos you can get a bit cheaper, so just keep that in mind. As far as like FDM printers go, Enders are the best. Are my STLs compatible with FDM printers? It depends on the STL, but generally yes, actually. My earlier stuff, not so much. They're too small. They're just too thin in general. I designed for FDM mostly. I just wouldn't recommend printing minis on FDM, period. You totally can. It's just gonna take longer. That's the best thing I can really say. As far as like, I also offer pre-supported files for resin, just to like kind of hammer home that I design my minis for resin. You're just not going to see as much detail with FDM. That being said, I have seen people tune their FDM printers and they're amazing. It's just not as easy to do. Let's see. Bruno says, I'd say either Lego Mars for resin. Don't like the new Photon version, to be honest. And Ender 3.5 for FDM. Yeah, Ender 3 or 5 are fantastic. I don't know which. The Photon S, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that either. I don't think it's really worth the price difference. But just the regular Photon, I like a lot personally. I don't know how cheap Legos have gotten though. The issue with the Legos is that they have like mad layer squish on them at the bottom. And I print flat in the build plate for minimal supports. And yeah, they don't seem to like that. So that's been my only issue with that. Either way, if these are your first printers, just keep in mind 3D printing, it's a learning experience. It's going to be frustrating, but it's going to be very rewarding too. So just keep your head up. I love my Lego. Yeah, I'm glad the Lego's been working for you guys. Again, I have only one Lego. I have 3 photons, so I have a better sample size, quote unquote, for photons. I have one of my 3 photons. It's a huge pain in the ass for no reason. So yeah. I definitely, either one is great. These cross straps don't make sense, but I don't care because I think they look cool. They're aesthetic. Let's see, a Lego's around $230. I know that photons are around there somewhere. They might be more expensive at like $50 though. See, JCube says 220. It really just depends like what area you're from too. I got some kind of weirdness going on with the belts on the side here, but you're really not gonna see that either, so it's fine. Let's see, indeed, the old Photon is the one I got. It's all the old firmware. The ones that come now are the same firmware as the Cubic S version, which is not great from the community says. Interesting. I would comment more. I'm just not sure what the new firmware is like. Haven't had to fuss with it. I'm looking at getting the Cubic Mega S right now for my FDM printer. I've heard good things about that too. I just don't know as much about it. All right. All sorts of pouches. I'm like kind of thinking of doing a 4th one, but I don't think I need to. Let's see. Sanders has loved my Forum Labs. Oh damn, you have the expensive ones then. They seem awesome. I just don't know if they're worth that much money. Oh, cool. Walker sent me some cool info about Under the Arcana. I'm pretty sure that's what it was about. I will check that out later. Alright, I'm going to export these into a different little folder for me later because I mentioned I would do this for myself. Let's put it under my current work. Items. Yeah, I just have a gourd from here, from my Aarakocra. That's all I have here. Belt pouch. It's like cross belt pouch because I'm sure I'll do another pouch with the belt on it at some point. I super recommend doing this if you're a 3D artist. Just having like a bunch of assets you can draw from. I don't do it enough, honestly. Yeah, formline printers are super expensive. Bruin says, should be good, Ben. Don't own an FDM printer, but I heard wonders about the Enders. Yeah, they're pretty good. Just roll them. They're all frustrating and annoying at some point. Alright. Now that I have all these cool pouches and stuff, let's use them. Before I do that though, I'm going to color them. Austin says, is your asset library mostly made by you or picked up somewhere? Oh, it's all made by me. Except for some of the base meshes. All like the female bodies that are just base meshes, yeah, I didn't make any of those. But everything else, yeah. There's like a rope brush that I didn't make and some rock alphas I didn't make. Those are all from Bat King. But everything else, all the weapons, those are all from me. Alright. Kind of want these to be like a lighter brown so you can see them more on the poly painted model. And now let's go with mass by poly groups and I can get a cool trim going on the... That's a wrong brush. That's not really what I wanted. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I decimated this, so it's gonna be one poly group. Sad day. I won't paint that one then. I have that one weird spot that's poking out. Oh well, I'll fix that later. There we go. Fixed. A little green one, that'd be cute. I like that. And then this one I have, because I decimated it, so I'm going to keep it doing Control Z until it's back to its poly groups. There we go, and now I can poly paint this the way I want. I just decimated it, so I reduced the file count, or just so it'd be easier in a smaller file for me to use later. Alright. Let's get these belts colored. There we go. And the rest of it, I'll probably do just that color I had before. Little green buckle, just make them all match. There we go. Good enough. Just get the idea across. And let's go ahead and save this because it's been a hot minute. Man says, man, this is the best way to do homework. All right. So I do like all these little pouches and they're very, very cute, but I need to clean up the belt in this little area that on her before I add these little accessories. I was just doing these now just because it seemed like fun. All right, so I can delete all these little boxes. I'll delete all the potions too. I didn't want that. Whatever, ZBrush. Actually, you know what? I just saved, so it's fine. I can just open the save file again. Because I was like, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So yeah, if you have a folder of items and you try and delete one object and the folder is, like right now it's open, now it's closed. If it's not open, it deletes everything, which is the dumbest thing. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. It does give you a warning, of which I clicked right through, so do keep that in mind. Alright. I'm going to delete this one belt across her chest because you can't even see it. Alright, I'm also going to hide these. Oh wow, it hid everything. Okay. Alright. And then I'm going to hide the cloak for right now too, which makes this look really weird. Now I can see that the cape's actually a little too high, so I'll lower that. There's her weird tail, which is going through her cape right now. I'll fix that later. Alright. I think this is its own piece. Yeah, it is. So I should probably make this a different color than the shirt because I couldn't even tell. Alright. Probably not that color though. I do like this green like accent colors I have throughout this model, so I will keep that while concepting for this. Thinking about picking a bunch of like little jewels too, because you know how birds and crows especially like to pick up little shiny objects and stuff. It's kind of what I was thinking with the studs too. Go ahead and divide this. That should round that out a bit. Very nice. Terry says, looking great. Ah, welcome back. How many belts done have now? Okay, that sentence made no sense, but I don't know. I'm not going to count. Let's see. I just know there's a lot. Needs more. Okay, let's see. I grab this bottom part of like the corset almost, what this is like. It's just a waistband thing. I like it. There we go. I'm gonna hide the cape because it's getting kind of hard to see the back of the model. There we go. Definitely gonna reduce the strength of my smooth brush so I can smooth this out without disappearing it. There we go. Looks pretty good. And I'm thinking like putting like a little jewel studded all the way around that band, that's why I made it so thick. Alright. I really like how this is coming out. Yeah, strap right here I'll probably just delete because you can't see it anyway. So I'll have a big old cape on the back too. Even if I like swoosh the cape to one side or not, it's probably gonna cover up most of her back. So I'm not gonna worry about this being too detailed or not back here. There we go. That's looking a lot more interesting. I like it. Let's see. Gonna like skim through what you guys were talking about. Xander's defending that kobolds are cuter. Sounds like Xander. Let's see. And then Austin says, ooh, feather raptors out kobold could be an interesting take. That'd be really cool. Xander says, no. No, I think it's cool. I agree with you, Austin. I met kobolds with feathers because of the shiny obsession. Yeah, that'd be really cool. And then Austin, you're talking about the Quetzalcoatl. I don't know if that's how it's said. And then Celia says, congrats on funding. Thank you and welcome. Oh, and Jesper's here too. Hey, Mia. And everyone, on my last break at work, want to drop by and drop a like. Hope the manga goes epic. Looks amazing so far. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, this is looking way better than when I first started the stream. I'm going to save again. I'm really happy with this little like waistband thing. I think it looks really cool. I think I'm going to exaggerate with even more of a cinched look. Hopefully not getting too far into that trope. But I think that'll look really cool because birds are so small and delicate anyway. I'm trying to grab that little purple piece. I think it's a leftover piece from what, yeah, it is. Yeah, that doesn't even show up anymore. Let's just delete that piece. It's not being used. There we go. Just making these belts on the waistline here a little more delicate. There we go. She doesn't look like within. Okay. Walker said, I had fun. They were almost killed by blue-blooded bees. Oh yeah, our D&D session. Mia might have hated it though. Too similar to the mummy encounter. It wasn't too bad. And Kenku are goblin birds. I can agree with that. That looks really cool. Happy with that. Alright, is that the trim not connected to the... Yeah, it is. Okay, I need to fix that. I'm glad I noticed that. I don't know how the trim is just like not attached. That is dumb and annoying, but whatever. All right. It's looking pretty good. I'm just trying to make sure that this overlaps the way I want it to. For some reason that blue polygroup doesn't want to be selected, so I will just pull this trim over instead. There we go. Now they are one piece. I don't know how I missed that. That's okay. There we go. Much better. All right, cool. For the cloak, I was almost thinking of here. I always like those dramatic like half cloaks that go over one side of their body, so I might do that. We'll see. Let's see. Oh no, Jester says I had a character death in my very first session. Actually, everyone almost died. Aw. Let's see. Probably gonna make this cape like all tattered at the ends too. So that'll be cool. I also want it a bit shorter. It's a little Like, I like how long and dramatic it is, but it's a little too dramatic for my little rogue here. Nah, I'll deal with that later. Capes are such like a final part of the design. For this character anyway. It's not going to be like a huge statement piece. Okay, let me hide this cloak. And then let me start combining these pieces here. Because they're pretty much done. Like the base shapes anyway. I want to go through and start detailing them too. That's why I thought the little gems would be really cute detail. There we go. That has thickness now. I think all the belts are already all good to go. I'm going to hide those. All right. Make sure these are all different pieces and all one poly group, so that way if I want to, I can adjust them later. All right. Just merging these all together. Slowly reducing my ridiculous pile of subtools. All right. There we go. Very nice. And now I already have a little jewel brush that could add a lot to this very quickly. The only caveat with that is it can be really hard to keep the detail once it's all Dynamesh. So let me do that now. Terry says, oh nice, made a bunch of bags. Yep. Oh cool, and Cat is back from dinner. Hello. Alright, this is like 1,000,000 points now, which is a little extra for what I need, but that's fine. I don't mind this being a little heavier, because I really want to make sure that these gems I add don't lose all the resolution when I Dynamesh it. Where is that gem brush? I know it's right in front of me. There it is. I can just click G. What do you know? Shouldn't it be J? Whatever. I think I like this pear-shaped one the best. It seems like it's the one I put on most of my models anyway. Oops, that didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Okay. Oh, someone new is here. Angel, hello. Back to Roman Tabletop at the full collection level, but I couldn't see information about how many actual models it comes with. The 100 comes with 10 models at $10 per model, not bad, but I didn't see how many total came with the 250. So that's the printed versions. Just make sure that you knew that. Obviously you do, sorry. So it really just depends how many stretch goals are unlocked. So I have 8 that are planned right now. There's 2 unlocked stretch goals. I have 8 core set and then up to 8 in stretch goals, so 16 minimum. Or maximum, but I'm probably going to add more and more stretch goals as it goes. So honestly, I'm predicting that this campaign will end somewhere around 20 to 25 models if everything goes really well. So I'm excited about it. All right. Xander says cape looks like a little gem. That's because it is a gem. I'm not working on the cape right now. All right. Very nice. I like the color for that too. I'm gonna duplicate this piece and then probably flip it around and see how it looks on the bottom. Angela says, awesome. Thanks for taking the time to answer. Yeah, no problem. I hope that made sense. If you have any other questions, let me know. I feel like that isn't centered. Okay, it is. I definitely don't like it as much on the bottom, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to add more gems everywhere else. Probably just more like studs, though. And obviously I'll make sure to lower these, that way they're actually laying on the model. I just want to see if I even like the way this is going to look. All right, let's see. Let's see, Celia said, oh wow, I didn't see the 500 donation tier. That sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely like a more of a bougie tier. That's about how much I would charge for something with commercial rights though, because essentially whatever you ask me to make or help me make, you also have permission to sell, and I pretty much never offer that in my commissions. So that'd be a cool little thing to add. I don't expect anyone to actually do it, honestly. I just thought it'd be cool to throw in there in case someone really had something they wanted. All right, I think the jewels are looking pretty cool. I didn't realize I covered up those ones, but it's okay. Once it's all posed and stuff, I think you might be able to see those. But I think I want these same jewels on the top of that belt then as well. Okay, what was I gonna hide? Oh yeah, these bottles, because they don't quite fit right now. I'm gonna delete them for now, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna give her any bottles and stuff. I think I might just replace that with daggers. That was more just like in my concepting stage of it. Sandra said if I had the money, I would totally buy all four and troll you. You know I just argue with you. Because if you back the tier, I don't have to do it. Big troll energy. Totally. No, I think that could be a lot of fun. All right. Adding more of these, 'cause I thought that looked really nice. I don't know why that's like half masked. Whatever. It's funny because it's zoomed in. I feel like this is way too obnoxious of a detail, but I know like zoomed out and then once this is painted, it's going to be like super subtle. Let's see how, oh, it's because it has a weird little poly grip on it. That would be why. Okay, let's see how these will look with Dynamesh and polish on them. Cool. They're not losing all their little fine details and stuff because I don't want that. All right. Celia says, so if someone were to say, let's say, pay you to get a set of around 5 models for commercial use, what would you do or how much would you charge? It really depends. Definitely nothing going on with that specific question. Let's see. It'd be a fortune for commercial use. So if it was commercial use where it was exclusive, so say if whoever was commissioning it made it so I didn't have any rights to it, so I couldn't share it for free, resell prints of it, redistribute the design, pretty much whoever's commissioning it had all of it, and then they could get it mass produced or whatever they want. Honestly, probably like 500 a model, if not more, depending how detailed it is. And I'm sure you're like, oh my god, that's so expensive. I am so fucking expensive. And that's because I get paid really well to do stuff I want to do without having to talk to anyone and ask them if they like it or not. So I charge a lot for my commissions because I'm like, pretty much you're paying me to deal with you. Even if you're a nice person, it's just a lot less fun than it is for me to then not work with anyone. There's been like 2 or 3 commissions I've done where it was actually so much more fun to do the model because I was working with someone, but that does not happen very often, if like ever. So yeah. But yeah, so it'd be super expensive, like 500 per model. So to do a set of 5 would be like a couple grand, which is a fortune. If I had rights to it and I could still sell prints of it, share it to my Patreon people, all that kind of stuff, it would probably be like, I don't know, 30% less. So I would do like 300-400 a model then. So it'd still be a lot, but it wouldn't be like as mind-numbingly expensive. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so this already has subdivision levels? I don't remember doing that. Whatever. I do like the edge on that, so I think I'm gonna just Dynamesh this with polish and smooth it. So it says 5K SE. That's acceptable. Yeah, I feel bad to say it out loud. Like, oh, I'm so fucking expensive. Austin says, can you just make the design pop? I don't even. Oh, you fucked your mic up. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't know if that's something that I was saying, but yeah, sorry. I moved it away a little bit. Hopefully this is better. I was messing with it. Yeah, there's a question that I like didn't end up answering because I blew out my mic. Just let me know. All right, let's see. That's looking. No, like it's hard to hear you now. Oh, how's this? Let me know. I moved it too far away. You might have actually broke it. Let's see. I don't think so. I'd be surprised. Let me look at OBS because I can see the actual levels. I can't hear what I'm saying. Oh yeah, no. You guys should be able to hear me. It's like, yeah, it should be fine. Let's see. Austin says, dumb stereotype of graphic design. The client gets useless feedback. He make it pop. That's all. Oh, okay. I thought it was because the mic popped. Okay. I totally understand what you mean. And yes, I get something like that all the time. And it's super annoying. We are on the same page now. Terry says that's better. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I don't think I broke the mic by moving it. Sounds good. What's up? All right, let's add thickness to this too. But going back to what Austin said about like dumb stereotypes with like the can you make it pop and doing stuff like that. Oh, I totally agree. I get like that all the time. That's why my commissions are so expensive. Oh, cool. Kat says much better audio level now. Yeah, I'll actually check in this occasionally as I move things around because I can actually see it much easier. So around the yellow, that's where I be. All right. Let me merge all of this together and then I'll probably start designing the darts for that. I messed with my mic too much, so they thought I broke it for a bit. Yeah, no, it's because I'm just moving it around. All right, let me merge this stuff together. Yeah, that has thickness, and then I was gonna grab the other pieces. Let's make this not green. There we go. All right, those pieces are next to each other. I don't know how I get these so messed up and like far apart, but that's okay. Merge those down, looks good. And now I can merge these down as well because those probably aren't going to move a whole lot. But I want to merge the studs to them first. This is where it's really important to actually like label your models and your pieces. It can help a lot. All right, Cat's taking off. Later. Celia's putting some like funny stuff. I read what you say about the just obnoxious comments, and yeah, that's why I don't like doing commissions. Again, I haven't hated every single one of them, and for a long time, I had commissions just like banned. I just didn't do any of them because I get so like irritated with people. All right. And delete the darts for now, and I'll probably deal with those later. So I'll keep those separate. This model has so much going on. Doing like sorceresses and stuff is so much easier because they have like just like a flowing gown and like a staff, and that's it. It's so much freaking faster. That's okay. This one's probably gonna look more impressive overall by the end of it. I could do something to make that look more interesting. Maybe I'll add some like a giant gem right there. That could be really cool actually. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're really cool. It almost looks like I planned for this, but I didn't. Oops. I like that. Cat says, I've been doing too much clothing work yesterday and today. Every time you say darts, I think of darts and clothes, not weapon darts. That's funny, yeah. It sounded like more and more like a sorcerer than a thief. See, that's what I was complaining about earlier, and I swear to God, guys, just wait till it's done. This doesn't, this is not gonna look like a sorcerer. She has no weapons yet, fools. Alright, so much going on, but so many yummy things to paint. Yeah, it's getting pretty cool. All right. Start adding on these little bags and stuff. I love Bruno popping out like, it's not finished. I'm like, what I should do is just ignore the comments and stuff like that, but I can't help myself because I'm just like, y'all are being dumb. And from a design perspective, you'd be surprised how similar a lot of classes are. Like, the difference between making like a paladin and a warrior, I swear it's just like shoulder pads and just like bulkier armor in general. Like, you'd be surprised. It's pretty similar. She's so sassy tonight. No, you're just a lot more annoying, trust me. And plus, it's fun to be mean to you, Xander. Austin said you just need to start at the end and then we'll have nothing to complain about. That's what a lot of artists do. Like for live streams, they'll have something that's like pretty much entirely done and then do like a couple like tweaks on and stuff like that. Let's see. Come on, cloak is so mage and the copious mad gems. Okay, gems because it's a Kenku, and the cape I mentioned earlier literally isn't done. I'm gonna make it all tattered and stuff. So, ooh, still right. I'm arguing with the internet.
Why are you arguing with the internet? You can't win that.
I know I can't win that, but they're being so fucking dumb. It's driving me nuts. I do want food.
Okay, turn the light on so it's gonna ruin your precious lighting.
That's okay.
Bam. What do you want?
You know, I've been live for a few hours. Let me just work on this for like 20 more minutes, and then I'll probably cook something. Probably tortellini or something. But yeah, good reminder of food. All right. Bruder, I can tell, has like all my frustration too. Let's see. Walker says, oh, she's wearing $1 million clothes. We'll definitely steal a 5 gold from a random dude. Looks super funny. Hell yeah. Let's see. Let me hide while reflecting every single light, even the metal and gems. Again, it's a Kenku. Terry, I'm going to put everyone in timeout. Really, just 2 people. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the #1 way to piss off an artist is to give feedback. 1, when not asked, and 2, when the piece isn't done. So yeah, I'm not sure why you guys are giving your opinions. Because as you can tell, I'm still just doing what I want. Alright. I'm excited to figure out what I want to do with like the feet and stuff. Because it's a small detail, but it's always nice to have something even that minor, well detailed. Celia, no, let me complain. I mean, you can, but eventually I'm just gonna mute your ass, and then where will we be? I know you're not really being a jerk. I'm just giving you a hard time. And plus, I knew what I signed up for when I was like, you know, I want to model D&D models and stuff. This group is the most picky, nitpicky. Oh my, it's just how y'all are, which is fine. I get it. Because I'm also kind of the same way. It's the, actually, nerds, I get it. It's just how y'all are.
It's just how you are with horses.
I am the same way. Alright. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget to add thickness to anything, because that will totally bite me later. Is that not symmetry? There we go. Celia's been banned. Let's see. Austin says the gems act. Terry's a troll. I love it. Yeah, Terry has mod power, so beware Terry. Don't be too annoying. The gems act is like camera defeating reflective clothing. Totally. I love that. It's a ban for 300 seconds. That's like the most baby, like, stop that. That's so funny. You don't know true power. Y'all are funny. Yeah, I did as a joke, thought I could play you up. It says 300 seconds. It's okay. 300 seconds is so small. It's so funny. Somewhere Celia is watching this, and I'm sure he's actually hurt. It's still funny. Alright, let's start putting some bags on the belt. Now I need to add daggers, a crossbow, the darts. Pretty much all the weapons that make her look like a rogue, she does not have right now. Chris says, I think it's fun to have Kenku rogues make great NPCs. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, this is going to look really cool. Terry says, sorry, Celia. That's funny. Once I get some of these bags on here, I'm probably going to call it good for the night. I'm definitely happy I made all these bags look a little bit different. I think it's going to make this look a lot better. Okay, the cloak is making it hard for me to see again. Just gonna hide that. There we go. Bruno says, I'm playing as a Kenku Ranger Gloomstalker Rogue with golden breastplate. It's a fancy genre. Dudes, yeah, right? Yeah, I think at this point they're just being super nitpicky and goofy since I'm being sassy. If they meet it, that's kind of sad and goofy. I don't think they do. For their own sake, I'll hope they don't. Unintentional roast. Alright. Terry says, yeah, the bags make a huge difference. Can't wait to paint this. Mostly can't wait to have people paint it. They're actually good at it. That's very good natured of you. Alright. So these are some more boring ones on the side here. I don't mind if these ones are all the same, because I think this is the direction I'm going to have her cape, like, swoop. Yes, that's the technical term. Swoop. Alright. Right. I still love Walker's comment. That's like she's obviously like a super good thief, has all these like studs and jewels in her armor, but she will steal like 5 copper from someone. Like a true rogue. Alright. Swooping with her snoot. Yes. Alright. Let's see if I have any daggers just for a sec. In my opinion, just missing a stack of coins instead of baggy, but love it anyway. That'd be awesome too. I definitely need to do that. That's such a good idea. Okay, what was I gonna do? That's right, I was gonna grab some weapons. I'll probably redesign these just because I use these same ones on my, what should I call it? Tabaxi? These are just kind of like placeholders, so I don't forget about them next time. It's like super chunky because, again, 3D printing, but that's okay. It's like a sword dagger. This is too big. Have like little poison daggers in between the bags. I'm not gonna chain this. I'm just putting them there for like fun concept. This gave you an idea. Yeah, that's a super good idea. I don't know how I've never modeled a bag of coins before. I might do just like little daggers on her arms instead. Celia's back. I'm too powerful. Nothing truly stops me. You guys are such dorks. Chris says, did you make things less chunky if you're designing especially for resin? Nah, I still do them like this because then it's just so much easier to paint. And once this is actually like printed, it looks normal. Sarah says maybe you should redo some old models, see how much you've improved. I've actually thought about doing that, but I decided not to because I think it'd just be cooler just to make new cool stuff instead. I think I actually like them like being little daggers strapped right here instead of darts. And then I'll do little like belts and buckles to tie these down afterwards, which I swear is what makes everything look good. You two are a terrible combination. Alright. Terry says, I printed the first hand model in ZBrush just for that, Xander. Can't wait to see where I am at in a year. Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. I didn't think about doing that. I feel like most of my old work I like can't find. It's like hidden. Let's see if I have any other just like loose weapons. I have a crossbow, but if I remember, it looks really bad. I made this for my grung. It looks really cute for my grung, but yeah, it looks kind of stupid. So I will definitely be remodeling this to look better for this. It doesn't look terrible. It just eh. Again, the grung was so small because it's little frog folk, so I had to make this like ridiculously big so it'd show up. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. Let's see, did you ever print your bean cat? I assume you're asking me, or what do we called it? Yes, those are like the first things that I made were little cat beans. I'm not sure if you're asking me, but yes. Celia says, instead of redoing an old model, just do a model with the same thematic as the old one, and then I see what you're doing. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I might do that. Very cool. Alright, what am I gonna do? pretty happy with this. Yeah, I think I want the gems purple instead. Just being a little more subtle. Because, like, they can be painted like gems or they can be painted like studs. So I want to have people, they can do it either way. I think I'm going to call it good here for tonight. Putting the cloak back on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cloak yet. That's going to be really cool. I'm so happy the little bags in her belt. It looks so cute. I'm going to add a bunch more, but that's where I'm at for right now. All right. Let's see how render looks on this, and then I will get some food. Let's go back to the matte cap I'm normally working in. Yeah, it looks a lot more orange now. Since I wasn't working with this one, I feel like this one looks weird. Yeah, I'll go with this one. I actually like that. All right. I'm gonna export this and I will call it good for tonight. Actually, let's make sure that this document's actually the right size. Oh, it is. That's not very, it doesn't happen all the time. Coolio. Bruno says, streaming now on Thursday and Friday. Probably. I pretty much shoot every day at this point. And Terry says, yeah, looks sweet. Thanks for streaming. Bye, everyone. Yeah, I'll see you later. All right. Let me just export this before I forget, because I always do. There we go. Sweet. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Super fun like usual, even if I was arguing with several of you. Nah, you guys are fun. I totally get your point. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. Kind of my usual. We'll see. If not, I will for sure on Wednesday as well. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is like my official stream schedule. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.